Welcome to the Heart of a Viking. These art lessons are taught by Mrs. Minto from the Cape Henlopen School District in Delaware. I hope you have fun, create imaginative works of art, and make sure you share them with someone because, after all, the visual arts are meant to be seen. Alright, so here we are. We have our beautiful drawings from last week with all of our cool lines, shapes, and patterns. Now today we're going to be using some washable markers. Any brand, I happen to have Crayola, but you can use whatever brand you have at your house. As long as it's not permanent ink, it's washable ink. So now I'm going to use my marker on its side. I'm not going to use it as I would write my name with it, like holding it tall. I kind of have it lying down on its side as I draw my lines. And what I'm doing is basically I'm outlining each of the big shapes. So any big shape you have, so like the rose in the farm field, the shape of the building or its roof or the sun or a cloud or whatever else you drew in the background. So I'm going around all the edges and I'm using the color that I want that space to be. Alright, so now ready for this. This is so cool. I'm about to use my water in my paintbrush and I'm going to tickle, gently tickling my paintbrush on my marker line. And what happens is the wetness from the water and the brush kind of activates the ink that's in the markers and turns it into paint. So whatever color of marker line I touch, that's what color paint I get. So I'm touching the blue marker lines that are going around my sky right now, and I'm going to paint a blue sky. However, if I accidentally touch the gray cloud or the yellow sun, I'm going to have some gray and yellow in my sky. So I need to be very careful about my painting and make sure that I only touch the lines of the colors that I'm actually using. So now that I'm done with my blue, I'm going to go to somewhere else on my picture, and I picked yellow, but it looks like I'm not doing anything. Well, it actually is, I promise. If you just let that dry, it will turn yellow. What happens is that yellow was a very, very light color. So is the iguana green. And when I'm painting with it, it feels like I'm not doing anything, but I promise you are. It's not going to be white. It's going to be yellow. It'll just be very light yellow because yellow is a light color to begin with. So paint it, but just know that it's not going to be as bright as, say, the blue was. Okay? And make sure you rinse out your brush between colors, and you're simply going to paint every single space. Okay, and when you finally think that you're just about all done, there are two things you want to not do. You want to not add any extra marker. So for example, did you notice I forgot to outline my barn doors and windows? So they're just going to have to remain unpainted. However, I could let my painting dry, then trace them with marker, then I could paint those spaces. But I'd have to let my painting dry first, or just let them be white, and that's okay too. And the second thing I want to not do is I don't want to pick my painting up right away because there is so much water on your painting that if you pick it up and shake it, or even if you just pick it up to move it somewhere, there's a chance that the water will leak into other places, which means that the colors will mix where you don't want them to. So leave it flat, let it dry, and once it's dry, you can pick it up and hang it up wherever you want it to be. Well, there you have it, Cape Artists. Your painting is all done. Just gonna let this dry and it will be beautiful, I promise. Well, I hope you had a great time learning about lines and shapes and patterns and, of course, these beautiful farm fields. Well, I can't wait to see you back here next time at the Heart of a Viking.
Joe B. Artist, don't forget to hop on over to Art Sonia to upload a photograph of your piece of artwork to your art portfolio. I can't wait to see it.